we're here with the Mono Civ Cup Finals. Was obviously delayed a little bit, but here we are. Tournament happened this past weekend. Now it will be MBL against Viper. MBL Green Berbers here in the north. Viper Red Indians in the south. I've been telling everybody that Viper has a pretty huge Civ advantage. What do you think?
I don't agree that much. Honestly, if you go onto massive amount of camels in Castle Age, I think you should be pretty fine with Berbers here. But obviously the eco of the Indians could carry quite heavily as well.
Yeah, certainly. Castle Age Berbers and Indians, I think, are going to be fairly similar. Berbers probably going to have a slight edge just because they have the very cheap camels. And the extra Pierce armor for Indians doesn't matter. Oh, a little bit of a lame, I think, there onto one of Viper's sheeps. MBL living up to his reputation. But yeah, I think, especially as the game goes on, like once Imp Camels come in, Berbers are kind of toast. So you kind of need to win, I feel like, before the Imp Camels come in.
Okay, there's apparently some sound issues on my end, but we will fix that as well. And yeah. It's all good. All good.
Okay, cool. So, yeah. Also, notably, just from what I'm seeing, Viper has 4 on wood very early on. MBL with the 3. You would expect both of these civs to open scouts. That would kind of be your sort of default game plan. Do you think Viper's going to open men-at-arms in this situation?
I'm actually not too sure if MBL's standard plan is to go scouts, because if you go just scout against Indians, you are, well, not really in an advantage there. So I think we could see some different openings that the Viper could be adjusting to. Oh, some walls here to block this one off. MBL is trying to lame the Viper with some walls behind this beautiful play.
Oh, yeah. Indeed. Okay. What? No, Boar! Boar, what are you doing? All right. Despite being a little bit stubborn, looks like Viper's Boar is going to come back home. Viper getting a little bit of damage onto MBL's Scout. Did end up losing one sheep earlier. In the end, not too big of a deal either way.
Oh man, they're really putting it on. And, well, as you can see, a lot on the line here. The finals had to be rescheduled, but they are prepared here. I saw the Viper playing some games beforehand as well, training some for the Two Pools tournament at the weekend. And, well, both players really willing to lame at least. MBL is trying to go for another lame here. Villager with only 25 HP, that goes down to 11. MBL could commit here.
Yeah, he could, and he will, and he'll get the kill. Yes.
Sick. That's a great start for MBL here. Killing a sheep, killing a villager, delaying the start so much.
And losing a scout, or killing the scout of Viper. Oh man, this is looking a lot more like my Dark Ages.
Oh man, that's so sick. And I believe we only have one restart, right, in the best of 5, which, well, it could not be used now in this game because we are obviously after the 4-minute mark, but that's a massive advantage for MBL. Now he will have all the scouting intel, goes back with his scout. He is just expecting scouts from the Viper.
That seems to be the case, but with the 4 on wood, Barrack's already up for Viper, clicking up on what would have been 22 pop had he not lost those 2 units. But maybe he's thinking he doesn't have the resources and nobody's going to gold. So yeah, it looks like just scouts versus scouts.
Oh,
never mind. Scratch that.
And look at that, the Viper, he's trying to scout that area, and he sees, I think he wanted to build more palisade walls, and he sees that stone will be taken. And let's see how he is trying to defend this. But a tower rush against the only wood line at the front from the Viper, this is going to be rough for him. Pulls 5 villagers, he's pulling the boys.
He is pulling the boys, even though they're mostly girls. But yeah, it's one of those tower rushes. It has no men-at-arm component, no barracks for MBL, just going right in with the tower rush play. But 5 Berber villagers that move a bit faster can jump from villager to villager faster. Plus a scout should be beating Viper's 5 villagers.
But the scout is still alive with 20 HP as well, so the advantage could be even bigger. And the Viper is just running there, no real idea what he's going for. MBL, that's a very defensive tower to begin with this one.
That is a very defensively positioned offensive tower. But no, I totally agree. It could have been a lot more in your face. I guess it will deny the deer, but it's not too big of a deal just right now. Probably want to finish the tower, MBL, but nope, he just wants to go in, I guess. And Viper's coming in with his own offensive tower.
There's full-out aggression here from the Viper. I don't really know why he thinks this would be a good idea. He didn't scout that much, only sees the stone, and he should know that this tower is spotted most of the time.
Yeah, it does seem a bit strange. I mean, you can never overestimate MBL scouting too much, but this tower's in a very good position for MBL. Going to be harassing these foragers. One villager is very low HP. MBL could probably sniper if he realizes, but regardless, one will go down for a red player once again. And yeah, this counter tower is going to need to do some work for Viper.
Yeah, but it's in vision of MBL, so he, with 3 on stone, should be somewhat fine reacting there. We'll just go back. We'll be fine with 0 losses. Let's think about what can MBL's forward villagers do now. Go for the deer?
Sure, why not? I mean, you're just going to want any sort of income you can get if you're, well, really either of these players in this situation. But MBL doesn't have access to stone right now. His secondary stone has been walled off by Viper. So, as you're saying, forward villagers not really doing a whole lot right now. They could just go home if they wanted to. There aren't that many scouts out, just the 2. Or they could try and build some forward buildings, but we'll have to see.
MBL still open at the top, so the scouts could do something. Forward buildings of those 4 villagers is exactly what's coming up. 5 even, and he could go for a tower. The Viper goes for a defensive tower. Oh, this is a weird spot. The Viper pulled some more, but then cancelled the tower. MBL will get more and more control in that area.
Yes, he will, and I don't think Viper realizes that MBL's building the tower. I think he thought that MBL is just retreating or something, but that's not the case. But it means MBL doesn't have the stone for a defensive tower, so he's just going to have to use these houses to wall off. Tower will come in for Viper, will deny the 1 wood line of MBL. Well, the 1 remaining wood line, so MBL is actually kind of in a bit of a pickle.
Yeah, 88 wood only at the moment, so needs to drop some wood, then go to the other side, which will be pretty tricky because he walled the wood off quite heavily from himself. Can go for stone. He used the wood for the mining camp on the other side, so this is going to be a tricky spot for him, but so far not a single villager lost. Let's take a look. Can he save her? Seems like it.
Yep. And this is when people ask me all the time, like, okay, how good is the Berber faster moving villager bonus? And it's not really an eco bonus. It's really just especially useful in situations like these where you're trying to run away with your villagers, trying to protect them from towers. Makes rushing down towers easier, as Viper's failing to do here in the south. Will lose another villager to MBL.
Look at that KD from MBL here. Our Norwegian really doing the damage so far, 4-0. And, well, we'll get another wood line here. Is going for the long distance wood chopping as well. He's ahead by a solid 7 population that early in the game. 8 villagers ahead.
8 villagers. Viper does have wheelbarrow, so it's more like 6 villagers, but still, 6 villagers is more than an elite at this point. It is incredibly good for MBL. Little bit of an awkward bit of wood income for him, but Viper still with only the 2 scouts doesn't really have the opportunity to get much damage done, even if he does bust through the wall. And yeah, I think MBL should just be in a much better spot to click up to Castle Age. A good 600 food ahead.
Yeah, man, I didn't even think about Castle Age too soon, and I spotted the same. This is so sick. He just needs 2 buildings, is now rushing out the market. He will be up in no time. This is really scary.
Yeah, and he has the 5 villagers on stone at the south of Viper's base, so if he just gets a quick stone mining upgrade as soon as he clicks Castle Age, I think we could be seeing a castle drop and some camel archers in the very near future.
I think he needs to go for some defensive towers before that, but yeah, it would be a beautiful choice for him for sure, especially because the Viper is so open. They could rain down so much, but for now, I think he needs to secure his woodlines first.
Oh, definitely. He really has very few of those left to him, but with all of these villagers building this defensive tower, it should be up in plenty of time. Ooh, even another offensive tower coming in for Viper, but MBL with the stone necessary should be able to get both of these towers up in time. Well, the Viper, I think, will finish the one on the left.
Oh, yeah, let's see. He's going for fletching as well, something we won't see from the Viper. So Tower War should be one on the end here for MBL. Has a lot of gold as well. He will get up pretty quickly. Right-hand side tower seems to be denied even.
It should be... Oh, no! Another villager going down. That is not what you want to be having happen to you if you are Viper right now.
Oh, and even more going down. The Viper playing this one so sloppy. Oh, man. Where are the Debbie blames in the chat, please? And... oh, no. We had a unit kill. Where did something die? He lost a unit, MBL. Oh, at the wood line at the top. Oh, okay. Oh, 2 units down. I just wanted to ask you, what are the odds for a perfect game?
0. Easy.
Yeah, now.
I think MBL might have even lamed a farm or 2 of Vipers.
Looks like it would be brutal if he lamed 2, right? With the like 15 HP scout. Make it 6 HP, and he even forces more idle time. On the